You heard right. Won't get a better price anywhere in this village. There's a reason all the bravest knights in the kingdom come to me. My weapons and armor are practically indestructible, all for a reasonable price and fast delivery. Next week? You got it. Thanks. Well, well, well. What have we here? And at closing time, no less? Didn't you just get a new mail and a sword a few months ago? Seriously? Already? Give it here. Oof. What are we gonna do with you? Wait, don't tell me. This happened because of you running headlong into battles and neglecting your gear after the glory of rescuing damsels. Although, I suppose they won't rescue themselves. Then they wouldn't be damsels. I am not. Your gear, however, is a damsel, and it's very much in distress. Seriously, you need to take better care of your equipment. How's it going to protect and defend you if it disintegrates on impact? The dragons up in those mountains are no joke. So many of the village men have tried and failed to get the treasure, and they took far better care of their weapons than you do. You could get seriously injured, or worse. Worried? No, I'm not worried about you. I don't even know why you'd say that. If I'm worried about anything, it's the sword. You know, you could stop by a creek every now and then and clean it off. Maybe run a whetstone over it. Keep it sharp, like I told you. And clean the bits of whatever that was from your mail. You really are hopeless, aren't you? Well, if you're going to be here this late, you can make yourself useful. For instance, could you get that door? If I don't close up shop now, I'll never have enough time to fix the tragedy of broken sword bits and chainmail you just brought me. Thanks. Sit down, let me get started. So, where were you this time? Oh, wow. No way. I've always wanted to go there. Is it as beautiful as they say? I've heard such lovely stories about it. Although the stories about the surrounding forest are decidedly less lovely. Tell me, when you were there, did you see any woodland fae? Step into any fairy circles? That forest is shrouded in mystery, and I've always wondered if any of it is true. What? Why would I want to go with you sometime? That's just silly. It's not as if I've ever thought about coming with you on your grand adventures, exploring new villages and terrain, standing with you as you fight against some dark, evil being. That's ridiculous. I mean, what kind of girl would want that? Sounds like a lot of horseback riding and scenery, and that's boring. Plus, I'd be stuck looking at you all day. Your hair, those eyes, that jawline. What? No. No, I don't like you like that. How could a blacksmith ever be attracted to someone who commits atrocities to their gear like you do? If anything, I should be offended. I put a lot of care and effort into everything I make. It's not exactly easy work. And I'm not saying it matters to me, but if you don't take care of these things, they can't take care of you. Something might happen. That's all. You've been my customer for years now, you know. I get used to seeing familiar faces, even if it's a long time between visits. And maybe I would miss your face a little if you didn't come back because your sword snapped and something ate you. Not to mention, my coin purse would be a lot lighter if you suddenly stopped bringing your mangled chainmail in for me to fix. Oh, come on. You know I didn't really mean that. Don't give me that look. So, will you be attending any of the balls while you're back? I imagine they'll have another feast in your honor, like they did last time. I mean, you're a town hero, and you know the king and queen will take any chance to throw a party. I suppose you haven't been maintaining your dress armor either, then? Typical. You know, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you're making excuses to try to invite me over to your house. Me? I'm not the one dropping hints about armor needing a good polish, am I, Sir Knight? As if I'd want to go to a fancy ball with you anyway. All dressed up in some frilly, uncomfortable gown, and you in your shining and yet dented armor. The lights and the dancing and the food? No, no thanks. Most of those ladies are dainty and delicate, and I'd stick out like a sore thumb. I'm sure a knight like you would prefer one of those ladies on your arm. What? What do you mean, what if you wanted to take me? You must be joking. You aren't? Really? Well, there might not even be a ball. And even if there is, I'm way too busy for such frivolities anyway. I'm a very in-demand blacksmith, as you know. These weapons and armors certainly won't take care of themselves, as you've demonstrated. What? Why are you standing up? Why are you getting so close to me? I can't believe you just did that. What? Why would you kiss me? This is totally inappropriate. You're my customer and No, that wasn't me kissing you back. It was revenge for you kissing me. Yeah, but you're so warm and so close and Okay, well, maybe I was a little harsh before. Maybe I kind of like you. Maybe. A little. Although you don't take care of your gear, you do take care of the village. Without you, this place probably would have burned down already, what with all those dragons flying from mountain to mountain. But if you gloat, I'm going to kick you out, so just be quiet and let me keep kissing you. You taste better than I expected. I must admit, I never expected this to happen anytime you came into my shop. What? No, of course I didn't fantasize about it. Don't be ridiculous. Really, I'm just doing this because all right. I like you. I miss you when you're away, and I look forward to you bringing me your mangled armor, and I like worrying about you a little. And if you're serious about taking me to the ball, then I'd better hurry up and finish my work. Forget about it. But all right. I suppose I'd better stay here and kiss you a while longer. I do have a ball gown, of course. It's not the latest fashion. It's something my mother left me, but it's still beautiful. I'm beautiful. Don't you dare make me blush. I'll have you know I don't just know how to repair swords. I can wield them, too. All right. I'll go with you. Yes. We'll do the dancing, twirling, expensive food and drink thing. I suppose I could use a night off. I'll meet you there. What have I gotten myself into? I feel ridiculous. And everyone's staring at me. Where is he? Maybe I should leave. Don't sneak up on me! You're a knight, not a ninja. Wow, you look amazing. I'm beautiful? Thank you, Sir Knight. I was beginning to think you'd stood me up. Be careful. We're likely to cause a scandal. Shall we dance? This is nicer than I expected. Being in your arms, swaying side to side, pressing close to you. All right, you caught me. I like you. I've always liked you. I've just always tried to deny it because I didn't want to admit I worried about you every time you took off on another quest. But I did. I waited and hoped you'd come home safe. I know I'm not as delicate or pretty as the other girls. I'm usually covered in soot, and my arms are real strong from smithing, but if you were serious about me coming with you when you leave, then I want to. Yes, I want to come with you. I want to see the world by your side. And yes, I want to be stuck looking at you all day. Your hair, those eyes, that jawline, and those luscious lips. So what do you say, Sir Knight? Do you think you could find a use for a blacksmith girl like me? I'm sure we'll think of something.